Hello everyone! So today we're gonna learn maths in a fun way. I know that sounds a bit awkward, doesn't it? So let's see how can we do that. That's because today we're gonna learn geometry, the most easiest topic in maths. And before that, let's have a quick warm up. So here's your question. Name the shape. First, name the first shape. Yes, it's a triangle. Now, time for the second one. Of course, it's a rhombus, or you may call it a diamond. Now, let's move on to the third one. Now, this is the most difficult one, or shall I say the easiest one for you all, because you are the smartest. So quickly name the shape. Of course, this is a parallelogram. Some of you might mistake it for a square, but if you look clearly, its two sides are tilted and parallel as well. That's why it is a parallelogram. Now, let's move on to the main topic, which is ray, line, and line segment. You must have seen how the sun shines bright in the sky, spreading its rays all around. The rays start from the sun and can be extended endlessly in the other direction. This is also called ray in geometry, which can be extended from one direction only. As you can see the given figure, I have used an arrow at the end. This indicates that it can be extended endlessly from that side. Now let's move on to line. A line can be extended endlessly in both directions. Now the problem is how to draw if it can be extended endlessly. Well, here's the solution. We use arrows like we use in the ray. But in this case, we use arrows at both ends to indicate it can be extended endlessly in both of the directions. Well, this is quite fascinating, isn't it? Now let's move on to the easiest type of line, which is line segment. Unlike the other two, a line segment does not extend in any direction. It has a specific length. For example, this one is 5 centimeter, not drawn to scale. Now, as you can see, we have two dots at both of the ends. Now, this indicates that it cannot be extended. We also use a dot at one of the ends in a ray for the same reason. Well, now we need a quick break. So let's have a cool activity to refresh our minds. So, quickly grab a pen and notebook and draw any figure using lines, line segments, and different shapes called polygons, about which we will learn next. Now, write the names of all polygons and measurements of line segments on a different piece of paper. Frame your artwork and attach the paper including names and measurements beside it. Your geometrical art is ready. Well, your room will look superb after your art is stuck on the wall. Now let's move on to polygons so that we can complete the activity. So previously we learnt about line segments, and I can say that polygons are somewhat related. Closed figures made of 3 or more than 3 line segments are called polygons. So basically they are shapes. Here are a few names of the polygons. 3-sided polygons are called triangles, 4-sided are called quadrilaterals, 5-sided are called pentagons, 6-sided are called hexagons, and so on. If you want to know more names of polygons, you can search them up. Now let's have a good quiz. So, your first question is, what is the given figure called? And here's your answer. This is a hexagon. It is a six-sided polygon. Now, here's your second question. Which type of line can be measured? And the answer is line segment, as it cannot be extended in any direction. Now, what is a polygon? A figure made of three or more than three line segments is called a polygon. I know this might not seem like a quiz as I showed you the answers quite early, but you can take it as a revision of all the topics we learned today. I hope you had lots of fun with me. Thanks for watching. Hope you learned something new. Next time, I assure you that we will learn more interesting things and make maths our friend. Bye.